Chief Emily Jaramillo and the executive staff, I would like to thank you so much for being here today to help us celebrate the graduation of our 105th Cadet Class. I'm Battalion Chief Will McMullen, and I have the honor of being the training director for this process. So with no further ado, ladies and gentlemen, will you please stand? I present to you the 105th Cadet Class. I would ask everyone to remain standing for the presentation of the colors by Albuquerque Fire Rescue and Albuquerque Fire Department Retirees Joint Honor Guard. And we have a little change here. We had the singing of the national anthem originally by our own Deputy Chief, Chief Anderson. However, he's feeling a little under the weather, so I'm going to volunteer one of the cadets. And which of you will it be? Thank you, Cadet Wilson. Now this is interesting because Cadet Wilson is a American immigrant from Ireland, so I hope you know the words there, bud.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you very much. Please be seated. Exceedingly brave of you there, Mr. Wilson. And now for the invocation for this ceremony, I present to you Albuquerque Fire Rescue's Chaplain, Lieutenant David Myers.
Good afternoon. The great poet Rumi says, "Sell your cleverness and buy bewilderment." 105th never let go of this feeling, this incredible sense of accomplishment. You have endured one of the hardest experiences in the country, I kid you not. So let this experience become the kind of acumen that keeps you purposeful. Let this moment be the vindication of every sacrifice that brought you here. Let this day remain an enduring reminder of why we keep showing up. Because awe is the life force of creativity. Wonder is the fuel for progress. Bewilderment is the willingness to stand before something magnificent and allow it to change you. It is the antidote to cynicism. It is the birthplace of humility. It is the wellspring of a life lived with curiosity instead of complacency. So may you choose every single day to live in such a way that you never lose your capacity to be astonished. May you always find wonder in the ordinary, dignity in the difficult, and purpose in the power and majesty of imagination. May your courage never become routine, your compassion never become transactional, and may your heart never become so calloused that it forgets how miraculous this calling truly is. Congratulations. Grace and peace.
Thank you, Lieutenant Myers. I'd now like to welcome and recognize some special guests that we have with us today, and I'd ask that you please hold your applause until we're finished introducing the guests. First and foremost, we have with us Mayor Tim Keller, AFR Fire Chief Emily Jaramillo. We have Councilor Renee Grout, Councilor Tammy Feeblecorn, Councilor Dan Champagne, AFR Medical Director Dr. Kim Pruitt, ACS Representative Jeffrey Bustamante, and Judge Bruce Fox. We're also joined by AFR's executive staff, Deputy Chief Chris Sotelo, Deputy Chief Alejandro Marufo, Deputy Chief Clint Anderson, Deputy Chief Jason Garcia, Deputy Chief Jimmy Melick, now Deputy Chief Joe Lopez, and Shift Commander Michael Rogers. Thank you for being here, gentlemen. These 22 cadets have endured a very difficult and demanding 6 months of training, including 18 weeks of one of the hardest fire academies in the country. And they will leave here today as sworn members of Albuquerque Fire Rescue, ready and eager to protect and serve the citizens of Albuquerque. That transformative process has been led by a team of highly qualified, dedicated, and hardworking Academy staff who I'd like to introduce to you now. And once again, please hold your applause till the end. Captain Josh Cisneros, Captain Nicholas Gallagher, Lieutenant Jesse Davis, Lieutenant Ryan Langmead, Lieutenant Mateo Martinez, Driver Nathaniel Good, Driver Brett Bubba Hicks, Driver Ryan Patrick, Firefighter Dakota Pena, and Firefighter John Pugh. Thank you, gentlemen. And now we'd like to invite Mr. Mayor to the podium to say a few words.
Well, thank you so much, and good afternoon, family and cadets, AFR. This is always a special occasion for Albuquerque when we get to build our ranks in our fire rescue. And for us too, we know it's a reflection of a whole lot of things. And the friends and family that are gathered here today are certainly part of our journey as a city, but also as these cadets, part of their journey that has brought them to this day. And of course, we recognize 22 cadets that begin their career as trusted protectors of Albuquerque. And this is also our second cadet graduation, by the way, of this year. And so we continue to build the ranks. In fact, over the last 8 years, we've actually graduated 370 cadets to continue to build our fire rescue department. Something that is much needed and much appreciated, I know, for everyone who lives in Albuquerque. Now, you're each here because you have demonstrated the values and the skill and the dedication that are core to being a part of AFR. And we know that you've proven that you are what our city expects. and what we deserve in our first responders. And today you get your badge. And as that badge is pinned on you, remember what that signifies. It's a lot. It is you as a person who's behind that. It is the family and friends who've helped you earn that badge. But it's also a city. It's a department. In this case, that has been busy for 126 years. That's how old our fire department is. And so there's a whole lot of experience, of knowledge behind that. But there's also a whole lot of support. You're part of another family today, a fire family, a family that you're likely going to have really for the rest of your adult life, even long after you retire. And so we know that the time that has gone into this is part of a broader journey. It's a journey that, of course, was 26 weeks of grueling work in our academy. For those of you who are a little bit less familiar, you're going to see in the video today everything that our cadets had to go through to reach this moment. It's also the time spent at home studying, making sure you know all the regulations. And it's the next 11 months of on-the-job training. But you are coming into a department that is in a vastly better place than it has been in many years. In fact, today, we actually have a new medic that's going into service literally tomorrow, which is actually awesome. This does not happen all the time. So in East Central, one of you is going to get to see on your first day on the job, Medic 12 roll by. That is an entire new sort of ambulance apparatus that's going to serve East Central. We've got 3 new engines. We have 2 new rescues. We've got a new ladder truck. And we have our first water tender on the way. Those of you who are friends and family may not really know what all of these names and what they represent, but they represent 2 things: a continued investment in our community to keep us safe and to protect our city, but also a continued investment in the folks who are going to operate those vehicles and those apparatuses to make sure that they can deliver on that commitment to lift up Albuquerque. That's on top of a brand new Station 23, Station 12, and of course, those of you who may remember Coronado Park, that is now going to be an awesome new fire station just this winter. And so AFR continues to rise to meet the challenges. It has been and continues to be pound for pound one of the busiest departments in the country, but also regularly is rated as one of the top performing. And that's why we want to make sure that this is also a statement to the city, your graduation, that we care. We're going to continue investing and lifting up this city. And amazingly, today we celebrate 22 individuals who are joining that cause to lift up Albuquerque. So on behalf of the city, thank you so much, and God bless.
Thank you, Mayor Keller. I'd now like to invite our very own Fire Chief Emily Jaramillo to say a few words.
Thank you. They're getting used to adjusting the microphone for me. All right. Good afternoon, friends, families, staff, and most importantly, our graduates of the 105th Cadet Class. We got to enjoy some time with you all last night, a little bit laid back, and got to know you better. So we appreciate that minute of time that we got to spend with you last night. Before I say anything else, I want to say thank you. Thank you to the families in the room. You've supported your sons, your daughters, your husbands, your wife, your parent, pushing through months of training where we've asked everything of them. Early mornings, aching muscles, exhausted minds, and you've supported them the whole way. Your sacrifice won't show up on the certificate and badge they get today, but it's woven into everyone sitting up here in uniform today. So thank you to all of our families and friends. I have a few more thanks. I'd like to take the opportunity. One of my executive staff in attendance today, Shift Commander Mike Rogers, this will be his last graduation with us because he's retiring. So I want to use the opportunity today to thank you for your service to our department. With that, I would also like to thank our instructors and staff. Thank you for pouring yourselves into these cadets. What you gave them will show up in calls none of us will ever hear about, in lives saved by the training you instilled in these men and women. And we thank your families as well. The Training Academy is not an easy assignment, as we all know, and we know that you could not do this without the support of your families. And now to the 105th Cadet Class. Tomorrow, some of you are reporting to your first shift. Let me tell you a little bit about what you're stepping into. Albuquerque Fire Rescue is one of the busiest departments in the entire country. You're going to see this city on its hardest days. You will meet people who are scared, who are hurting, who have nowhere else to turn. And they will call on us for almost everything, and you will show up. Because firefighters are one of the most unique branches of public safety who are expected to know what to do in almost every type of emergency situation. And let me tell you why that matters with something real. Just recently, our medical director, Dr. Pruitt, was reviewing cardiac arrest cases and found something truly remarkable. Over the last 3 months, we had more neurologically intact survivors from cardiac arrest than we've seen in a long time. People who did not just get their heart restarted, but walked out of the hospital completely whole. That almost never happens, and it happened in Albuquerque several times over the past several months. And here's what made the difference. Every one of those saves was a witnessed arrest that started with bystander CPR, and in some cases the AED. Family members, coworkers, strangers at the gym stepping in and doing what they could do in those first critical moments. Our community outreach and community risk reduction efforts have taught the public what to do in those situations. Our dispatchers also deserve the real credit here. They're the ones talking terrified bystanders through CPR before a single unit arrives on scene. And then our crews arrived and ran flawless codes, sharp, coordinated, and disciplined. Because of the training, the coaching, and attention to detail that got drilled into them in the academy and through all of our years of training that you'll have with AFR. Shift after shift and long before that call ever came in. That is the whole chain working exactly the way it is supposed to do. So here's what I want you to carry with you as you move into your career with AFR. Serve the community like it's your own family, because it is. Every call matters, whether it's the biggest fire of your career or someone who just needs help and a kind word. Work hard, not just tomorrow, not just this year, every single shift. The people of Albuquerque deserve your very, very best, even on the days you have nothing left to give. Give it anyway. Be kind. You'll meet people on the worst day of their life. A little bit of kindness, a gentle voice, and a steady hand. That can matter more than anything else you do. And lastly, have integrity. Do the right thing when no one is watching. Because in this job, someone is always watching. A family, a rookie, a citizen who will remember you forever because of the 5 minutes you spent with them. Part of that integrity is something I believe in deeply. Albuquerque Fire Rescue holds some of the highest standards for our firefighters of any department in the country. And it is one standard, a firefighter standard. No different bars for different people, one standard for every single person who wears this uniform. I had the pleasure of talking with one of our cadets, now firefighters, last night about exactly this, and they told me how proud they were that they earned their spot here the same way everyone else did in the class, held to the exact same measure. That's not something we say lightly around here. It's something we mean and something every one of you should be proud to stand on. And lastly, you are going to have defining moments out there, calls that shake you, days that test you, maybe even a moment where you don't perform exactly the way you wanted to. Hear me on this, you get to have defining moments. You do not have to let any single one of them define you. Get up, learn, keep showing up. That's what makes a firefighter, not one call, but the sum of every shift you give this city. On behalf of my executive staff, we are proud of you. Albuquerque is lucky to have all of you. Go serve this city well. Welcome to Albuquerque Fire Rescue. Congratulations to the 105th Cadet Class.
Thank you, Chief. I'd now like to present 2 recognitions to a couple of our Academy cadre. This particular staff has been through a great deal in the past 12 months. Not only did they train back-to-back cadet classes between the 104th and the 105th with no intervening break, but they also put the entire department through live fire training for the first time ever in our 100-year history. For them, that meant 3 months where they went into about 150 fires almost without break. It's hard to express the toll that it takes on the instructors, but they did not complain, and instead they transitioned immediately to the training of these particular cadets. Now 2 of them will be leaving the academy cadre, and we would be remiss to let them ride off into the sunset without public acknowledgement of what they have sacrificed. Driver Patrick and Driver Hicks, you have put your stamp on this training academy in our department. Captain Cisneros, will you join me on stage? And gentlemen, will you come up and please be recognized? Someone take a picture. Captain Cisneros. All right, we're going to switch up the show slightly here. And I'd like Captain Cisneros to please come back to the podium for the presentation of the top cadet.
Good afternoon. Oh man, I was hoping they would do a smaller podium for this year, but Chief, we gotta make that happen next class. First and foremost, welcome friends and family to the graduation of the 105th Cadet Class. Let's give them one more round of applause. Now, it is my honor to give this award. As most of you know, last night we had a banquet for the 105th Cadet Class where the instructional staff, the cadets, now firefighters, were able to kind of relax a little bit, get to know each other, have a good dinner, some laughs, jokes. It's the one opportunity that they get to where they can make their best impersonations of the instructional staff. And some of them were pretty spot on. So spot on that on the ride home, with my wife being here in attendance today, she pointed out that one particular cadet had a very good impression of me, that she believed he rehearsed it with his classmates about 4 or 5 times. Now, when it comes to finals, everyone is stressed, getting ready. Obviously, no one wants to fail. One of the questions we ask is, who is your favorite instructor? And they are required to answer. Now, when this firefighter joined 105th Cadet Class, I remember everything from his written exam to his interview. Really excited for this gentleman. We literally see eye to eye. So when my staff turned in their forms and I looked at his final, and I saw that my name was not circled for favorite instructor, I gave him a hard time over the last couple weeks, but it was all for love. So without further ado, I would like to congratulate Daniel Rubio, top cadet, 105th Cadet Class.
Let's do the speech and then you do the
Yeah, this podium is a little bit high. Hold on, excuse me. First and foremost, I genuinely was not really expecting to be recognized like this. It's a great honor. It's an absolute privilege to be standing where I'm at right here, looking at my class. Man, everybody, all the men and young lady that we had went through this together. We went through blood, sweat, and tears, and I just can't even express into words. I even can't even read my notes right now because of this honor. But I would like to thank everybody, the instructional staff. Like, I can't even imagine all the work that you guys put in. We are on like the front end, we're the ones doing the work, but I can't imagine the work that goes behind that. And little by little, starting to see that, and I really, truly do appreciate you guys from the bottom of my heart. As the tower stands there in the drill field, the tower is something that never got easier. We would hit it every single day, regardless on how hard it was, but we would eat towers for lunch, literally. And 45 or 46 cadets came through this program that had many talents and many gifts. And I soon realized that your talents and your gifts may get you somewhere, but your character will keep you here. And that's a big reason why my fellow teammates are still here, because they showed and displayed courage and amazing amount of character. And one thing's for sure, you'll never be able to escape the hard work that it takes. You can have the knowledge and the information, but you cannot escape the work. So we have pushed through fatigue, and I believe that we have been taught by world-class instructors. And we are ready because we have world-class training. And I believe in my heart that we are ready to provide world-class service to this beautiful city. So without further ado, I just wanted to just say thank you for this award. And there's nothing that I can be able to do to repay this recognition. Thank you. Thank you, sir. So this is a piece of our class gift, and we were kind of bouncing around back and forth as a class, right? Like, what are we going to do? We know that a class gift is a huge tradition to be able to give back and try to reciprocate that same effort if you could. It's a way to leave your mark. But in all reality, it was the academy staff, from the chief all the way down, that left a mark on us. And all we wanted to try to do, even to the slightest touch, is to try to reciprocate that same effort. And what we did is we built a gazebo, and it's about 12 feet by 14 feet in dimension, and it's set up near the car prop on the far east side of that concrete slab. And on one pillar, it has a list of our instructional staff, and on another pillar, it has a list of all of our fellow cadets here. And also there are, on each pillar, there is aspiration, and it also says steadfastness, joy, and rejection, which we won't talk about rejection a lot right now, I think so. But those are some traits that Battalion Chief McMullen had instilled in us. So on each word, he kind of broke down what each word meant in reflection of being a member in this department and how it would be to continue to push forward in our career. It also is equipped with a bell inside of the middle, like where a fan would be. And ultimately, it's a refuge for the command post whenever there are next future cadet classes that are going, that they can be able to have shade and have a place for that where they could be able to run the drill field from there. So we're honored to be able to give this. This is going to be the plaque that's going to be on the roof. So Chief, this is the class gift that we're presenting to you and the staff. We appreciate you so much.
All right, we'd now like to invite Deputy Chief Chris Tisello to come present the retiree recognition.
Good afternoon, everyone. It is truly an honor to stand before you today on behalf of Chester Fuller as we recognize his remarkable career and, more importantly, the legacy that he continues to leave behind. There are many people who wear the uniform, but only a select few become mentors whose influence extends far beyond their years of service. Chester is one of those people. Throughout his career, he has been known for not only for his knowledge and professionalism, but for his willingness to invest in others. He understood that the greatest measure of a firefighter isn't just what they accomplish themselves, but what they inspire in those who follow them. What makes Chester especially deserving of this recognition is that his mentorship didn't end the day that he retired. Long after leaving the job, he has continued to answer phone calls, offer advice, encourage future leaders, and quietly shape this department through the people he has influenced. That kind of service cannot be measured by years. It is measured by lives impacted. On a personal note, I can say without hesitation that I am one of those lives. Chester has been a trusted mentor and steady voice throughout my career. His wisdom, honesty, and encouragement have helped shape the leader I strive to be today. For that, I will always be grateful. Chester, thank you for your service, your leadership, and for never stopping your commitment to this profession and the people in it. Your legacy lives on in every firefighter you've mentored and every leader you've helped develop. Please join me in congratulating Chester Fuller on this well-deserved recognition.
Come on. Thank you. Appreciate it. I don't need to say anything, though. Word or two. Wow. Okay. Oh, man. I've been humbled a few times in my life, but this here is, it's very, very special. To all of the new cadets, welcome. All right. Like Chris said, I know a lot of you probably don't know me, but you will get to know me, and I'm here for you. You ask any of these guys my phone number, they'll give it to you, and you just call me, and we'll go from there, okay? And I'll do what I can for you. I've known Chris since he was a little bitty guy, and he's turned out all right. I'm proud of him. I love him. I love you all. This department is absolutely amazing. This is the best job in the state, by far. The brotherhood is, it's unexplainable, but you're joining a new family, and it will be absolutely amazing for you. And thank you guys again. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thanks.
Okay, we've now come to the heart of the ceremony, which is the presentation of the badges and certificates to our new firefighters. So I'm going to call up small groups of cadets to come receive their badges from our fire chief and their certificate of graduation from our mayor and shake hands. And then they're going to come to the front of the auditorium here. And then we'd ask that the families come to pin their firefighters, which is one of the most sacred traditions we have in the fire service in recognition of how much support it takes to stand behind that badge. So with that being said, can I have the executive staff join me up here and the training staff? Group 1, please rise. I present to you firefighter Dominic Barreras. Firefighter Tyler Breeden. Firefighter Shedrick Everett. Firefighter Julian Gallegos. And firefighter Leonid Grachev. Families, please come forward to pin your firefighters. Thank you, families. Group 1, please be seated. Group 2, please rise. I present to you firefighter Nicholas Hadsel. Firefighter Tel Lawrence. Firefighter Oliver Martinez. Firefighter Richard McGinnis. And firefighter Isabel Montoya. Families, please join us at the front to pin your firefighters. Group 3, please be seated. Group 2, please be seated. Group 3, please stand. I present to you firefighter Connor Northness. Firefighter Edgar Pavia. Firefighter Leandro Pitt Sanchez. Firefighter Alec Posha. And firefighter Edgar Ramirez. Families, please come forward to pin your firefighters. Group 3, please be seated. Group 4, please rise. I present to you firefighter Brady Ratliff. Firefighter Dean Riddle. Firefighter Daniel Rubio. And firefighter Nathan Sanchez. We'd now like to welcome the families forward to pin your firefighters. Group 4, please be seated. Group 5, please rise. I present to you firefighter Garrett Spear. Firefighter Isaiah Ural. And firefighter Ryan Wilson. Families, please come forward to pin your firefighters. Group 5, please be seated. Judge Fox will now read the oath of office to the cadets. Please welcome the Honorable Bruce Fox to the podium.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'd first like to say I'm really honored to perform the swearing-in this afternoon. I grew up in a small town, and my father was a volunteer firefighter. He eventually became a full-time EMT, so I really appreciate the work you're going to be doing, and I'm also honored to be able to call you cadets for the last time. I'm sure you're ready for that as well. So with that, cadets, please stand.
105th Cadet Class, attention!
And cadets, please raise your right hands.
Right hand!
Please repeat after me. I state your name.
I,
Do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States of America and that of the State of New Mexico. That I will obey the laws and ordinances of the City of Albuquerque. Familiarize myself and be obedient to the rules, regulations, and orders of Albuquerque Fire and Rescue. In the discharge of my duties as a firefighter, to the best of my knowledge and ability, so help me God. All right, congratulations. Be safe out there.
Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the firefighters of the 105th Cadet Class. And now we have a brief slideshow that we'd like to present to you that shows you some of the journey that these cadets have been through. Honored guests, I'd ask that you join us in the front row, and we'll remove the tables.
decided to become a firefighter with AFR, I was looking for something more in life, and the current job that I was at just was not giving that to me. I wanted to help the community, I wanted to do something in a professional sense, and AFR was hiring at the time, and I jumped on it as soon as I could. This cadet academy exposed a lot of my weaknesses, a lot of weaknesses that I didn't know were there. And having to overcome those while learning the skills, while learning the information, that is incredibly complex. So being able to do that, I'm incredibly thankful for it.
I didn't expect it to be this hard, the academy specifically. It's not something that you could explain to somebody. It's just something they have to go through. You can do your best to put it into words, but realistically, you have to experience it for yourself to really know.
To prepare for the academy, I knew physically it was going to be a lot. I don't think anybody really realizes exactly the type of physical fitness that it requires. So I came in as physically fit as I thought I would need to be.
Everyone tells you that it was hard, this, that, the other, everything about it being difficult, and then you're like, okay, well, it's been kind of a journey in this, so how much are we going to get? And then day one came and they started swimming us in the North Bay, and you just can't even believe what's happening.
Just because it is just pain and pain to earn, but also seeing your fellow cadets going through that as well, that's something really special right there.
Probably the same things everyone else would say is ladder week. It's definitely physically and mentally the most challenging. That it hurts really bad. But I kind of just use what the timekeeping moments on me, it's just pain. So once you kind of get to that mental barrier of that, it's make it do. It's definitely the hardest thing I've ever done. Ever.
Hardest week of the academy for me was Brick Week. I'm kind of a bigger guy. I'm not that mobile, so getting through some of those courses were pretty tough. I'm claustrophobic as well, so it didn't make it easy. And our instructional staff definitely push you to your limits, past your limits, so that was a challenge for me.
The biggest mental challenge for me, I think, was waking up every day, like knowing that today was probably going to be a lot harder than yesterday. Doesn't seem like it ever gets easier, so just like knowing that you're going to have to go through something harder than you did yesterday.
The reason I wanted to become a firefighter with AFR, this was always a type of job I wanted to get into, but I always had something else going on in my life. I thought to myself, this is as good a time as any to try something like this, and so I helped me put my job applied to AFR, and here we are.
What made me become a firefighter with AFR is I've always lived in Albuquerque, so to be able to serve the community I grew up in and give back is everything for me.
So my perspective on the fire service has changed because I've been in another department before, and coming into this academy, if I'm being honest, I'm like, okay, I'll be able to go through, I know a lot of information. I feel like I'll just kind of get through it, and that was definitely not the case. Came in, I've learned so much here. Grateful for all the staff, for everybody that poured into us, all my teammates, and I feel like the more that I'm learning, I've come to the conclusion that you will never know every aspect of this job, and the day that you think you do is the day that you're probably going to get in trouble. So just continuing to learn.
was you can always push yourself a little bit further than you think. I hit several points throughout this process where I legitimately thought that I wouldn't be able to physically go on anymore, and I just saw everybody else continue, and so I pushed through and figured out that what my limits were self-imposed, and I could go much further than that.
What summed it up for me was kind of getting my turnout gear. That was a really proud one for me. Opening up that bag with all the staff there and seeing my name on it was just like such a cool moment, and especially seeing my classmates like looking around with my bunkers on and seeing all my classmates really happy and like seeing all their names in front of me. That made me really happy and really proud, and I think that summed up the experience for me for sure.
What kept me going is just having that mindset of not quitting. Like, we've been here before, we can do it again, we've done it. Just do it again. It's not new.
You know, being here every day, it takes a lot to mentally show up at your best every day. But when you look around and you see everyone else going through the same thing, it kind of uplifts you, you know. It makes you want to be better for them, just because you don't want to let them down at the end of the day, you know.
What advice would you give future candidates?
Enjoy it. Don't look at it as a calendar or a day by day. Enjoy every little skill that you're learning because they do multiply, they do add up. And it's really cool when you accomplish all the skills, looking back, you're like, wow, I really did just put all of those together. And that's something that is intentional. And you see the why at the end of it.
Some advice I would give is preparation. When you get home, in the beginning, I didn't really have a great system, and then now obviously I have a great system. When I get home, I have everything in my car ready to go for the next day. So making sure that you're prepared for the next day. Right when you get home, you're not just slacking off. You have a purpose when you get home, because that will carry on to the next day.
Get in great shape before you come here, for sure. I think that's the first thing. Make sure you know yourself, study a lot. Essentially be a sponge, absorb it all, keep your focus where it needs to be so you can make it through this process, because it's gonna take a lot.
You're not in shape like you think you are.
How did your classmates contribute to your success?
I think my classmates contributed almost entirely to my success. There were a lot of times that I felt very alone. I felt like I didn't belong here, and being able to lean upon those people and tell them like, I'm really struggling with this week or this moment, this task, and have them lift you up and get you through it. This is not something you can do alone, and having a relationship and friendship with your classmates will be what gets you through it.
I didn't realize where the camaraderie came from before the academy. I didn't realize how truly important of an experience the academy was. I thought it was a gauntlet that everybody had to get through, sort of an individual challenge. But now I realize that the brotherhood, the sisterhood, the camaraderie of the fire service really comes from, or at least starts in, the academy.
What kept me going during the difficult moments of the academy is definitely just remembering my family, remembering the whole reason that I wanted to do it in the first place was to help people. So really just digging deep, making sure that I knew I had my main reasons down, and just kept going no matter what.
What would you like to thank or show appreciation for all you
Of course, shout out to my mom there, but just my whole family in general. Honestly, they didn't know what to expect like me in this process, but they really adapted to the whole situation and just always supported me through it.
Hello, my name is Captain Cisneros, and I'm the Cadet Program Coordinator and Training Captain with Albuquerque Fire Rescue. I would like to thank each and every
dedication and commitment throughout this journey for the last 26 weeks. I want to say I'm incredibly proud of each and every one of you. You have earned the privilege and responsibility of serving the citizens of Albuquerque with compassion, integrity, and professionalism.
Thank you all so much for being here. This will conclude our graduation ceremony for the 105th Cadet Class. After the class has been dismissed, I'd like to invite everyone to enjoy refreshments in the foyer, and we have an additional photo backdrop there for you if you'd like to take photos with your loved ones. And we're down to the dismissal. So Driver Patrick, please dismiss the 105th Cadet Class for the last time.
105th Cadet Class, attend.